Hi beautiful butterflies! So today I have yet another fun project that I prepared for you guys. So remember, right now we are talking about what season? What season are we currently in? Who remembers? Spring, yeah. So we are currently in spring. And remember, during spring there's a lot of what? What comes down? Rainfall, right? So we get a lot of rain and then we get a lot of flowers and plants from it, right? So I decided that it'd be really fun for us if we could make our own flower, our own spring flower. Okay, so for this project, there are two ways that you guys can do it. So the first way that you can do it is, and I'm displaying the materials here, we as you can see, some paint and two types of paper that you can cut up, paper towel rolls that you can cut up, and I'll show you what that looks like here. See, you could see that in the picture before, but here is what I have. I have an example right here. So what I made was this. Okay, so I have the flowers here, and what I did was I poured paint into the jars, and now you guys can use whatever color paint you want. You can use multiple colors, or you can make a few different colored flowers, however you want to do it. But so you'll take the paper towel roll, and you're going to have to, it's going to look like this, and you're going to have to snip it up, snip, 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 perhaps with the help of a parent for safety, and then we'll flatten out the sides so it kind of looks like a flower. See that? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're going to dip it into the paint, and you're going to put it on your paper and twist it around so that the paint gets everywhere, and you're going to try to keep it in one spot so that it can look like a flower. So now you can take a look at what I did. I made 3 different flowers. So there are 2 different sizes here. There's 2 smaller ones, 1, 2, and then this one is the bigger one, right? So when I was done with that, then I let it dry for a little while, and then I took a marker. You guys can use markers or paint to make this, but I made, who remembers what this is called that holds up the flower? This long green thing, that's called the stem. You're right. And then attached to it, I added, what were these little guys that are next to it? Who remembers this part of the flower? That's called the leaf. And then to top it off at the bottom, I added, who remembers what this is called? What do we have growing in the ground that sits below the flowers? These little green lines are called grass. You're right. So this was how I made my first flower example. Now, I also made another one first. I wasn't as crazy about this one because there wasn't enough room to add the stems, but here, this was another example, and you guys could try this too if you want. You can make as many flowers on a page as possible. The only reason I didn't keep this was because I wanted to be able to draw the stems underneath, and that made it a little hard because there were too many flowers on the page. But if you wanted to make a nice bouquet of flowers, a bouquet is when you cluster a bunch of flowers together. When you put a bunch of flowers together, this is what you can make also if you'd like. And then for those who don't really have much paint, or if you can't find any paper towel rolls that you can use, I have another option. What you can do is get a piece of paper, cut it and roll it to the size of a paper, the paper holder, and then you can make something like this. So what I did was I took a piece of paper flat and I had it around the size of the paper towel holder cut in half, and I colored both sides. I let it dry for a little bit. For this, I used marker, because if you touch it after you've just used the marker, it'll get all over your hand. So I let it dry for just a couple of minutes, and then what I did was I rolled it up and I put tape on, and then I did the same thing that I had done with the paper towel holder, and I snipped it all around and then folded it out to make my flower. So these are two different ways that you guys could try to make your spring flowers. You can decorate this however you want, decorate both sides, and then when you're done, you'll get to snip it out and see what creative flower you made. So this is a really fun flower project. I hope you guys will enjoy it. I definitely did. And if you'd like, please send me your flowers when you're done so I can see the great work that you guys came up with. Enjoy spring, and I'll see you later, butterflies. Mwah.